Greetings, everybody. I'm at Fruit Forest Farms with Stephen here and the owner of the farm here, Peter. And Peter is kind enough to... and there's Eddie. I'm sorry, Eddie. I didn't... And Peter's about to share with us an impressive-looking fruit. It looks kind of like a little durian or a little jackfruit. No, this is a Pandanus. And pandas can be really variable. We've had some in the past that were pretty good. So let's give it a try. That tastes like artificial banana flavoring. And also I've had some that tasted like shards of glass. This one though, Peter said, you said this is going to be, this is one of the best types out there.
It supposedly is, and it's quite pleasant, little segments, and the wildlife really likes it. It's commonly called bush breadfruit.
Okay.
No relation to a normal breadfruit, but called bush breadfruit. And if a cassowary came along ahead of us and spotted that, probably would have gone.
They would have gone for it?
But that should just peel open. The colour's brilliant in the rainforest. Like
yeah.
Our property with 220 acres, 160 years rainforest, so we've got a lot of edges. And Stephen Murray, the legend, just spotted this nicely as its prime.
Stephen's
and that's ready to go. He's got a good eye for fruit.
It's look perfect. At that. Look at that.
The colour's
right off.
Oh wow.
So you eat those, obviously eat those segments in there.
Okay. This rind, you're just going to peel that off.
Ooh. This is they're pretty prickly, yeah.
Watch your hands. Don't bleed on it, Stephen. Come on now.
He's Paul Logan. That's not a knife.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
Well, he's from around here.
You might be able to break it better than that.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah, there you go. Almost there. First one, last cut. There we go. Perfect.
That's the... Wow, look at that. Oh, it just comes right off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we have one that we got at the festival, and it's not falling apart like this.
No.
No, this one's perfect.
This is only just. It probably would have been sweeter by tomorrow, but it's still going to be edible for you to dry.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the Monsteras, you want to get them when they're popping. Like
oh,
that.
yeah. Okay. Otherwise, you might get some of that glassy taste, huh?
I'm going to jump in here for a second to explain what the hell we're talking about right now. Stephen just compared this fruit with Monstera deliciosa, which is this thing. Monstera is an incredibly tasty fruit, but it will hurt you if you do not eat it the right way. Monstera is full of oxalic acid, which is sometimes used as a rust remover. But when the Monstera is nice and ripe, those oxalic acid levels are low enough where it is safe to eat, and it's really good. Monstera kind of looks like a green corn cob. It is covered in green hexagon-shaped scales, and when it's ready to eat, those scales will fall off. This is something that happens on its own, but you can hasten the process by standing the fruit upright in a jar and then placing a bag over it. When the scales pop off, there is a layer of delicious alien corn niblets, but go easy on those niblets, guys, because they can have a laxative effect if you eat too many. The key point that I'm trying to make is that you need to eat Monstera fruit on its terms, not yours, because if you force those scales off and eat those alien corn niblets before they are ready, there will be too much oxalic acid in this fruit, and it can actually make you bleed. Yeah, don't do that. When it is ripe, that acid can sometimes give you a little bit of a burn if you eat too much of it, but it's like, eating too much pineapple. Now, scrub breadfruit is in the Pandanus family. It is not related to Monstera. However, Pandanus fruits also contain oxalic acid, so coincidentally, you do need to deal with it in a similar way. If you've seen a Pandanus fruit before, you probably saw one that looks like this, a big ball full of wisdom teeth. Now, when those are ripe, those teeth will fall off from the center of that ball, and then sometimes you can eat it and it's okay. But if you force it, again, tastes like broken glass. In the case of the scrub breadfruit, which is in the Pandanus family but not the Pandanus genus, this fruit is actually very similar to the Monstera because the orange scales on the outside also need to be removed easily, and those alien corn niblets on the inside also should be kind of loose. So it's not related, but as Stephen is mentioning, you do need to deal with it in a similar way, which means on its terms, not yours.
Break off a piece there.
Chunk.
Bite into it.
I've never seen anyone just bite into it, but it looks like a big ice cream.
It does. It looks like a
colourful white.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
It's like orange jelly.
Orange jelly.
Orange jelly. Yeah, it's a good description, really.
Delicious. Got it?
Yeah, well, back up into the...
Right by the Gimpy Gimpy. All right. This looks really, really cool. Such an impressive. Stephen took a big bite right there. I'm going to take some from the other side here. Oh. A lot of seeds. There's a lot of seeds. When you bite into that, it's so appealing to eat it that way. However, as you can probably hear Stephen spitting out buckshot. Yeah. Very hard seeds in there. But the flavor's quite good.
For Pandanus, it's pretty good, eh?
That's pretty amazing.
It does remind me of eating a Monstera.
Yeah.
Monsters are maybe a little bit more complex. This one is like mild, sweet. Sweet is actually quite high. I put that at like an 8 or a 9. Real sugary. The flavor of it is fairly simple, but it's good. Puh.
Spit behind the fruit.
Puh. Yeah, I would say the flavor of this is kind of like in the direction of like a date, something like that. Sugary, a little bit like brown sugar, little. There's no bitterness to it at all. I'd say molasses, but I think that might be a little deceiving. I think it's more like raw sugar or sugar cane, with a touch of like a nice apple taste. It does have like a little bit of the oxalic acid kind of taste, like a little itchiness. So when you eat this, Stephen was saying that you want it to be where these are starting to fall off naturally. So that would be the perfect way of doing it. But even like this, where I'm kind of like forcing it a little bit, still quite good. It's not like as intense as Monstera, where, you know, if you eat it before it falls off, it will like actually can make you bleed. This one doesn't have it that strong. This is like a pretty decent ripeness for it. Amazing looking, decent tasting, and a wild fruit, something really, really hard to find that grows here in Queensland in Australia.
If you thought that the orange Pandanus was cool, just wait until you see the red Pandanus. This fruit is crazy looking, and in Papua New Guinea, it is used to make a sauce. I will be preparing that sauce and trying it in a future episode. Now, if you want to make sure that you see that episode, be sure to subscribe and enable all notifications. Since earlier in the episode I mentioned the Monstera, which is very similar to the orange Pandanus, even though it is not related, I thought I would end things with one more bonus fruit, another fruit that looks a lot like a Pandanus but is not. This is actually a palm fruit that I found in Brazil. So I'm gonna get on a plane and head over there right after this commercial break.
Looks like you got a handful of candy corn there, Stephen. Does that taste like candy corn?
You know, it does taste like a mild pineapple.
Mild pineapple, that sounds even better than candy corn. I like candy corn. No broken glass flavor, that's good. Yeah, it's like an herbal, bitter pineapple. But it's juicy, very fibrous in there. Little seed kind of comes out pretty easy. pineapple, apricot, bitter, and herbal. It's all right, but the look of it, pretty impressive. Before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to Fruit Forest Farms for sharing such amazing fruit with me. There's an incredible collection here. If you come to Queensland, Australia, North Queensland, come and check out his collection. It is absolutely amazing to see, and he does tours. So if you want to check out some cool fruit, come over to Fruit Forest Farms. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
I would like to give a very big thank you to Bill T, Joseph McCorkle, and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on my Patreon page. Patreon and also YouTube memberships are how I keep this channel going, and it is a huge help. So for anyone out there who is interested in supporting the channel but also getting some cool rewards in return, check out the information down below.